Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Shola's Mentorship Blueprint podcast, the space where minds are empowered and leaders are made. I remain your host, Olushola Odubanjo. I am a registered nurse, a chartered manager, and a mentor. Now, this isn't just another podcast about leadership or career growth. It's actually about unlocking your potential, building confidence, and shaping the future with purpose. Today, we'll be exploring how leaders, especially the emerging leaders, build sustainable support systems during difficult times. Leading is not hard because tasks are hard. Leading is hard because humans are so complex, and leaders carry the emotional and strategic complexity of others in addition to their own. That's why strong support system isn't a luxury. It's a leadership infrastructure. Now, let's break this down into something that feels like practical and that is quite really grounded and genuinely helpful. First, you cannot be your own entire support system. You can't just be. And yet, many leaders try. But why? Because somewhere along the way, we've internalized this belief. If I need help, I'm not ready to lead. But the truth, leaders aren't defined by how much they carry. They're defined by knowing what not to carry alone. Now, a healthy support system is not just a sign of weakness, it's a sign of sustainable leadership. Now, let's talk about the 4 pillars of a real support system. These pillars aren't just theoretical, they're practical, emotional, and strategic. Every leader needs them, especially when running on empty. Pillar 1, emotional support. That's the people who carry you. These are people who don't see you as a title or an asset or a resource. Basically, they see you as a person. They are the ones who ask, "How are you?" And these questions are asked genuinely. They allow you to vent without fixing you. They don't expect you to be wise, calm, or composed. Now, this category of these people or the group of these people maybe your partner, a trusted friend, a therapist, a mentor, or even a spiritual guide. You don't actually need many. You just need 1 or 2 people who offer you what we call like a soft landing. Now, the question is, why does this matter? Leadership drains emotional energy faster than most roles. If you have nowhere to emotionally recharge, burnout becomes inevitable. And that's the honest truth. Now, questions to reflect on. Who do you go to when you're the one who needs guidance? And who lets you be imperfect without judgment? Those 2 questions, just reflect on them. Second pillar, the practical support. The people who share the load. Now, most leaders burn out not because of emotional burden, but because of over responsibility. You need people who can take things off your plate, not just cheer you on. This could be colleagues who can own projects, assistants or coordinators who can manage details, or probably peer leaders to collaborate with, or systems that automate tasks. And you may ask me, why does this matter? Leadership is not about doing everything. It's actually about ensuring everything gets done well. Delegation is actually not a strategy. For those that think delegation is a strategy, it's actually a survival. Now, ask yourself, what responsibilities am I holding simply because I'm afraid to release them? Or who can I trust to share the weight? I'll leave that for you to reflect and answer. Pillar 3, strategic support. The people who expand your perspective. These are actually your thought partners. The people who you call when you're at that crossroad. Does that resonate with anyone? When you need clarity, analysis, or honest pushback. Now, these groups of people could be either your mentors or experienced leaders, coaches, or an advisory pair. They help you. They actually help you to see the blind spots that you can see. They think long term. They realign you with your purpose and grow beyond your current level. Are you still asking me the same question? Why does this matter? Why this matter? It's because you cannot scale your leadership with the same thinking that got you here. You need people who stretch you. You actually need people who will stretch you. So think about this. Who challenges your perspective instead of validating everything you say? Who sees a bigger version of you than you currently see. Pillar 4, restorative support. The people and practice that refuel you. These are not people who help you lead. These are people who help you stop leading. Your restorative support system includes probably activities that calm your nervous system, or hobbies that absorbs you, or spaces where leadership is irrelevant, or actually a group of people or communities that expect nothing from you. This could be a book club, a running group, a yoga, or anywhere that just keeps you happy. Now, leaders often underestimate the quiet truth. Rest is not a break from leadership. Rest is part of leadership. Now, without these pillars, exhaustion becomes your identity. Now, let's reflect on this. Where do you go to feel like a human and not a leader? What activities make you feel whole again? I'll leave that to you. Now, let's talk about common barriers that prevent leaders from seeking support. Emerging leaders, especially. 1, fear of judgment. I actually don't want people thinking I can't handle it. I'm sure you've heard that several times. The truth, people trust transparent leaders more than invisible ones. Number 2, what I call the hyper independence. If I don't do it myself, it won't be done right. Really? If no one can help you, then you are the one causing the hindrance yourself. Number 3, imposter syndrome. If I ask for help, I'll be exposed. Asking for help is a sign of emotional intelligence and not inadequacy. And this is quite really common. 4, being the strong one in every room. You always want to be the strong one. If you're always the advisor, the problem solver, the stable one, you may sometimes forget you're actually allowed to sit on the other side of the table too. Now, what a strong support system does for a leader. What does it do? It gives you resilience, clarity, perspective, emotional grounding, better decision making, a better place to put the weight down, and actually a longer lifespan, leadership lifespan. And it also gives you permission to stay human while leading others. Now, how emerging leaders can start building their support system today. And this is for emerging leaders. Here's some practical steps. Step 1, identify your gaps. Are you missing emotional support or strategic mentorship or practical help? Step 2, start small, not wide. True leadership isn't measured by the crowd around you, but by the balance within your network. Step 3, communicate your needs. People can support what you don't express. Now, try simple statements like, I need a sounding board. I need help prioritizing. I need accountability. I just need someone to listen. Step 4, create systems that protect your energy. This may include boundaries, team communication norms, and delegation frameworks, or also non-negotiable downtimes. You can also include weekly check-ins with mentors. Step 5, revisit your support system every 6 months. That's your network. Leadership evolves, your needs evolve with it. Now, let's try and round this up. Leaders don't fall apart because they're weak. They actually fall apart because they try to be their own entire system. Your growth, your sustainability, your emotional health all depend on one thing: the strength of the support system you intentionally build. You were never meant to lead alone. And the moment you embrace the truth, your leadership becomes stronger, wiser, and far more powerful. Now, this brings us to the close of another episode. If anything resonated with you today, I will appreciate if you could like, share, and subscribe to the channel. You can also listen to my previous episodes on my Spotify page and stay tuned for more insights in the upcoming episodes. Until next time, keep going, own your own story, and remember, you don't have to lead alone. Take care. Bye.